Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I am Jason. As always, my co-host, the voice of MMA in Utah, Zack Partridge, future 170-pound champ.
And now we can officially announce, because it's been announced by Kevin on Facebook, confirmed, main event of July 5th.
Main event, too. This is your first main event, huh?
Yes.
How do you feel about that, Mr. Partridge? Just another day at the office?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. One, it's nice to be like the main event. Like, that's prestigious, but it's like, I like fighting and then like hanging out with all my family and stuff.
Yeah.
And watching the rest of the fight. You can't do that.
No.
So no. I don't know. It's what I get for teasing Cole Schaefer too much about being the main event all the time, I guess.
Oh man.
Big shoes to fill.
It's a stacked card, man. I'm definitely going to be streaming it tomorrow night too.
Yeah.
We got
Aleko just hit me up and asked if there's any good Italian restaurants other than
I sent him Italian Village in Salt Lake.
Oh, good call.
Bomb. Little hole in the wall place. Those of you that know, Italian Village is the spot. Well, he said they used to go to they usually go to Olive Garden, and I'm like, dude, go to Italian Village, man. Dude, tomorrow night's card is freaking
July 31st, Sean Strickland, Uriah Hall. Sean Strickland is the main event.
Ooh.
That's what me and Sean Strickland and Uriah Hall have in common.
Did you see that video I sent you on TikTok of that guy he was sparring with, like yanked down on his arm?
Dude, I sent that to you like 2 days ago.
Oh, did you?
2 days ago, the day,
I must have missed it.
It happened.
Yeah, that was
he's an Abu Dhabi world champion.
Yeah,
and
Sean was
freaking. Did you see Sean spinning back fist him?
Oh yeah, he was pissed. And he was pissed. Dude, this Steel Fist card tomorrow is freaking stacked. I don't know much about some of these earlier card guys, but my man Fiji's on the card. You got the freaking Beaver Kai guys on this card. You got guys from your gym on this card.
Yeah, I'm cornering my boy Megamind, Tyler Billings. He doesn't like when we call him Megamind. His head's huge.
He's going to kick your ass. He's going to kick your ass.
He could try. We told he needs the big Megamind cape, and we'll paint him blue and everything. But
that would be pretty dope. We got our first MMA podcast sponsored athlete, Aleko Poinar, in the co-main event.
Yeah, I'm excited for that fight.
I'm super excited because we love Robbie.
Stylistically, it's a fun fight.
Great matchup. Really both wrestlers. Fight. Robbie's out of a great gym, out of EGBAR. Aleko's coming up from Vegas. I'm excited for that one. And then the main event, it doesn't really get much bigger than that. Alden Oscroft, which for you and I, and for the guys that know.
I'm texting with the main event right now, Cole Schaefer.
Are you? What's up, Cole?
What's up, Cole?
Everybody knows Cole, but not everybody knows who Alden is.
He just texted me and asked why Alden didn't come on the podcast. And I was like, we tried.
I don't like it. I tried. I even messaged Robbie too. And they must not like us down there at EGBAR. Come on, Dane. Amy, come on, hook us up.
I know. Me and Dane are cool, and Amy's cool. And Zach Hamilton's cool. All the I did Cam.
Totally joking.
I just think Adam. I think who he reminds me of personality-wise, maybe a little bit.
Who's that?
Cole Faust.
Really?
It's just not his thing.
That's okay. Hey,
Cole,
that's good.
We gotta pry Cole to get on here. So
that's nothing wrong with that. Did you? Not to change subjects. Did you just see the fight they announced on that Triller bullshit?
Yeah, I did. Oscar De La Hoya's back, baby.
He's gonna piece Belfort up.
TRT. Is it TRT belt?
I don't care what he does. It ain't gonna work.
How much cocaine?
A lot.
Oscar? No, a lot. So this is actually really sad, and I don't make to make super light of this, but I'm about to. Do you remember the? Did you watch the thing on Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, the WWE thing, or Jake the Snake Roberts?
I did. Yeah. I watched the Jake Snake.
Do you remember how Jake the Snake Roberts showed up to an event drunk and was stumbling down the stage and fell over in the ring and all that stuff?
Yeah.
I feel like there's at least a 20% chance that's what Oscar's going to look like.
He's going to be high.
No, not just high. Might not even be able to walk down to the ring by himself. He was He obviously has no problem making a complete ass out of himself.
Yeah. I think he makes it look fairly easy. Dude, he's one of the best boxers of all time, dude. Like
of all time.
Like
no doubt about it.
If you guys haven't watched, those of you listen haven't watched Oscar De La Hoya. I used to watch him when I was younger, and I mean, I didn't appreciate it then, but going back and watching it now, I'm like,
what's the saying? What's the saying? Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Rick James.
Yeah, Rick James. I like at some point, and this is my beef with bare knuckle boxing. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with somebody like Trevor Bradshaw. These young up and coming fighters that are skilled, tough, and get in there and they scrap and they're trying to make some money and make a name for himself. What I don't like is people making money off of people that should be retired and should stay retired and furthering possibility for their brain damage. And Oscar De La Hoya is retired for a reason and he should stay retired.
Well, so is Vitor Belfort.
Yeah, 100%.
Good for him. He's getting a payday, but I ain't paying to watch it. No.
We don't pay to watch anything.
No comment. No comment. Oh,
no, it's no. I mean, I'm going to pay for something. I'm going to pay for something that's like real, like Triller. Okay. The ultimate slam on Triller. Jake Paul and Logan Paul aren't doing business with you anymore.
That says something,
right?
That says something.
Even Jake Paul went on Chael Sonnen's podcast.
Yeah,
and they talked about it, and Chael asked him, like, was it kind of like cringy? Like, didn't be like, man, I'm a part of all of this. Like, you're trying to sell people that you're actually becoming an athlete and a boxer, but it's around all this, and it's like, And Jake's like, no, I didn't know it was really going on because I was focused on my fight in the back. Like I wasn't really paying attention to the everything else. And like the commentary, like everybody up there high and drunk and all that stuff. And then he's like, he said he went back and watched it after. He's like, yeah, it's how they operate. And, they can learn from some things. And then he immediately signed with Showtime. And it's like,
smart.
There you go.
Smart.
There you go.
Smart. What other? Well, we got Fierce just announced their main event for July 17th.
Challenger card, yeah.
Yeah, it's the 17th. Mitch Ramirez and that Chris Rios. Did I say it? Was it Chris Rios or Chad Rios? Something Rios. Anyways, he just fought on the Mountain Force card. And I love Mitch. And I think he's going to win. But this kid's good. Like, he's pretty good. Great stand-up. Muay Thai. He's a Muay Thai champ. Like he's legit on his feet. I don't know what his ground game's like. I read his post. I asked him to come on the podcast, but it's his pro debut. Tall task taking on Mitch on your pro debut. But hey, maybe let's get him on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, if he's traded out of a good gym, I mean, it's not like Mitch is something that he's never seen before. Syndicate, like their coaches are world class. They have world class fighters at that gym. Like,
it's a great main event.
But Mitch is a scary dude.
Sounds like you and I are going to be road tripping down the Price on July 17th.
See, it's
possibly
possible. Anything's possible. I like going to live fights though, like right before my own fights. Gets me like in that mindset.
Get you pumped up. Nice. Well, should we break down this card for Saturday night?
Sneaky fun card.
I love freaking Dan Ige, man. PFL tonight too.
Oh, I do like this PFL card. Starts 3 hours from now.
Dude, I'm all over the dude that's fighting Ray Cooper, the Russian guy.
I know you are.
I'm all over him.
Dog? Is he a dog?
Yep.
Oh, I like Russian.
Oh, no. He's a favorite. He's favored.
Okay.
He's like a minus 150. Cooper's the dog.
That's pretty good though.
Cooper didn't look good at the weigh-ins. I mean, he can crack, don't get me wrong, but you're fighting a Sambo guy, Russian guy.
Yeah, I'm not signing up for that. Cesar Ferreira is a mother. That Antonio Carlos Jr. versus Vinny Magalhaes. That's super interesting.
Great. Yeah, that's gonna be a great because he's just as good on the ground as Vinny.
No, he's not.
They were talking about it on the broadcast, and they said Vinny mentioned it too. Like he wants this fight because this guy can. I won't say he's maybe not as good, but he can hang with him, is what they said.
Okay, that's fair. You could say he can hang with him. I'm saying he can. Vinny's like elite world class. Like he's in like that Damian Maia rarefied air of grapplers.
Yeah,
that have crossed over to MMA. Like he competes at ADCC and like Vinny Magalhaes that's not a. I don't know what the odds are for Magomedov
Always like a minus 1,200
versus Curtis Millender, but that's going to be a long night for Curtis.
Yeah, it's like minus.
When you have a Russian flag next to your name, and your name's so long that you have to take a breath between saying it, you're not going to beat that guy.
Guess what the odds are?
Minus 5,000.
Minus 2,000.
Oh
the comeback is plus 900 on Curtis Millender.
That's just saying you don't have a chance, bro.
Dude, the main event, Rory McDonald's a 10-1 favorite. Minus 1,000.
Over Cleason Thibault?
Yeah, which I think he wins that fairly easily.
I mean, he should, but Gleason has been around for a long time. Like he can't muster up an upset.
No, I don't see it happening. Of course,
Gleason's last one was over Will Brooks, who now is fighting our boy Steve Seiler.
Of course, I didn't think Philly and the Jazz were going to lose last night either.
Don't talk to me. We're not talking.
Dude, how do you cannot. Your process of being up 18 points in the fourth quarter and you can't close out the game, that's a problem.
Well, the Jazz, that's a whole nother. I was talking about it with a friend, like a little bit of a trap game, right? Like you're coming home, Kawhi's out, like shouldn't have happened. Championship teams don't let it happen.
No.
You know,
you got to close that out.
You have to win that game. But they're not dead yet. They can go back to LA and lock down and win and then come back to Salt Lake and win a game 7.
Yeah.
Like, you don't like it, leaves a sour taste in your mouth, but like it's not all over.
No.
You're the 76ers. You're talking like, let's just blow up the team.
You have to at this point.
Simmons gone, Embiid gone, like blow up the team. If you're a franchise and you're down 3 and your franchise MVP candidate player gets fouled and goes to the line to make it a 1-point game, and he doesn't just miss one, but misses both free throws, blow it up. You're done. You're done. And your other all-star can't be on the court in the fourth quarter because they play 5-on-4 because he can't shoot.
It's embarrassing, dude. It's embarrassing. For my checkbook too. Anyways. All right, let's break down this card for tomorrow night. Because I get to go to the airport in like an hour.
Saturday night. It's a little early, folks. Night. You know, it's a little
we're a day early. I'm going to the airport. I'm going to a retirement ceremony tomorrow in San Diego. Whoa, you all right there? Zach's drinking on the job.
Water down the wrong pipe. It's a lot of water.
Zach, you having some of that Wish You Would whiskey?
Oh. Phil handled his whiskey.
He did handle that pretty good. Have I sent you that old Marine guy that good morning, Devil Dogs? Yeah. On TikTok. Dude, every morning I scroll through his TikTok. There's at least 500 videos, and it's all him with his shirt off. Good morning, Devil Dogs. Thirsty Thursday, and he takes a shot, and it's hilarious.
What a nut.
Yeah. Anyways.
Good stuff.
Let's break this card down real quick. This will be a quick one today, folks. We got first up in the flyweight division, we got Laura Procopio against Casey O'Neill. Laura is sporting a 7-1 record. She's 5'4", 67.5-inch reach. And Casey O'Neill, King O'Neill, is 6-0. She is 5'6" and a 69-inch reach. So a little bit of height and reach advantage for Casey O'Neill.
Yeah. Well, from what I've seen, because I picked against both of these girls in their last fight and they both won.
Yep.
So I'm going to be wrong either way on this again if I go with that same. Anyways, I'm actually going to go with Casey O'Neill on this.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
She's a little bit of an underdog, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I do like about her is she's got finishes in her last 2 fights.
She's a beast.
She's 6-0 with 3 finishes. And the other thing that I like is the lengthy amateur career before she went pro.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much a coin flip. But when I see somebody 7-1 with 1 amateur fight and then somebody that's 6-0 with like 8 amateur fights and 2 losses, it's like she kind of learned how to lose and like get going from there a little bit.
Yeah. Casey O'Neill's the pick.
I like Casey O'Neill in this fight. I mean, I just think she has more to her. She's 23 years old.
They're both young.
They're both really
I think
long.
Laura's only 25.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty even fight, but I'm with you. I'm on Casey O'Neill on this one as well.
Oh, all right.
Not going to go against you yet, but I'm sure we'll have
little underdog bet.
Little underdog. Next up in the lightweight division, we got Joaquim Silva against Ricky the Gladiator Glenn. Silva is 11-2, 5'8" with a 69-inch reach. The Gladiator is 21-6-1, 6 foot tall with a 70.5-inch reach. Both coming off a loss in their last fight. Rick Glenn hasn't fought in 2 years.
Yeah.
So has freaking Silva's.
2.5. 2.5.
They're both at almost, Silva's at almost a 2-year layoff as well. Ooh. Man, how do you pick that?
Well, you kind of wonder what are they fighting for, right? Like what injuries? They're coming back now. Like, I mean, good matchmaking, right? You get two guys coming off 2 and 2.5 year layoffs, 3 years. Dude, Ricky Glenn. Now he's going by Ricky, not Rick.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go with him. I'll go with a little bit of the dog. I mean, it's a coin flip. I'm just going to take the value on the dog on this. I'm just guessing, he's had, I feel like he's been in there with tougher guys.
Yeah.
He has wins over some of those tougher guys.
He's actually coming up from featherweight, I think. It looks like he mainly is fought at featherweight. This fight's at lightweight. His last fight was at featherweight, so he's moving up to lightweight. It's 2, 3. Yeah, so he's moving up to a bigger weight. He's fought Evan Dunham at 155, so but the majority of his
he's done it before, but he holds wins over a guy like Gavin Tucker, who's really good. He had a close fight with Miles Jury, and I like Miles Jury a lot. He's good, and I remember that fight a little bit. Dennis Bermudez, that was at the end of Dennis's run, and then Kevin Aguilar. Like I just feel like he has wins over better quality guys.
Yeah, I'm with you. Ricky Glenn, I'm on it.
I wouldn't put $1 on it because you don't know what these guys are going to look like coming off that layoff.
No. Next up, we got in the heavyweight division, we have Josh Parisian against Rock Martinez. Josh is 13-4, 6'4" with a 79-inch reach. Martinez 15-7-2. He is 5'10" with a 72-inch reach. Ooh.
I hate this fight.
I do too, but I think I know which way I'm leaning.
I'm leaning toward Josh Parisian.
Same.
All right, let's just go with her.
He's the bigger fighter. I mean, at 5'10", Martinez is my size and he weighs 245 pounds.
Nice.
I don't like it. Remember
when you weighed 245 pounds?
I've never weighed 245 pounds.
That's exactly because you're not that fat and out of shape.
The most I've gotten up to is 219 pounds. And I could not do anything. Couldn't play basketball. I couldn't run anywhere.
Why? Because you're all yoked up.
Oh, it was just, it was bad. Yeah, it was bad. It was pretty bad.
I love it. Hillary would know. She chokes on water more than anybody I know. I just saw that. Sorry.
Next up, I love this fight. In fact, I think we're going to disagree on this one. Well, in the welterweight division, we got Matt Smellsberger, Semi the Jedi, against Chaos the Ox Fighter Williams. Smellsberger is 8-2 record. He's 6'1" with a 75-inch reach. And Chaos is 11-2, 6 foot tall with a 77-inch reach. Ooh. What do you like on this one?
I know you like Matt Smellsberger.
I'm going with the underdog.
I already knew who you were going with. You liked him last time, and it paid off for you because I picked the other guy.
Dude, and the reason I like him is he's just as big as Chaos Williams. He's got just as good a striking as Chaos Williams.
Does he?
He's legit, dude.
Does he have just as good a striking as Chaos?
He freaking flatlined this Andy Witt guy with that counter right. He went to decision with Chaos
flatlined 2 people in a row before
he had a decision with Michael Pereira, who was another big welterweight.
Yeah, these welterweights are getting out of hand. It's making me feel like I got to go down to 155.
Can you imagine fighting a guy that's 6'1", How long's your reach? Do you know?
I have no idea.
You probably actually got a pretty long
I
reach.
think I have a decent
I think you
reach,
do.
though.
I think you do.
Like my arms are deceptively long.
Yeah.
I've always felt like. But
so you like Chaos? Are you going? It's actually a pretty close fight, betting odds wise too.
No, I actually like Smellsburger actually on this one because I'm with you. I think Chaos is actually the better striker.
Okay.
I think he has a little bit more technique. I think he's a little bit better. But what I will say about Matt Smellsburger, he's an elite athlete.
Guy's a stud.
And I like when he's getting close fights.
Yeah,
you can even make up a lot of ground by just being a better athlete. And when people like,
isn't he? Did he play like strong safety in college? Wasn't he the guy? Yeah, yeah.
And for example, like we know my buddy Tanner.
Yeah,
he's an elite athlete, and that masks a lot of deficiencies of what he doesn't train is just being an athlete. Well, if Matt Smellsburger has that level of athlete and an elite athlete, and you see it like we see with Ben Moa, like you elite athlete. There's just things they can do that all the technique in the world can't catch you up with.
Yep.
And where I like Chaos, he has the power, he has the speed, he has those things. There's nothing he can do that Matt Smellsburger he can do to close that gap of athleticism. And where I think Smellsburger, where Chaos has the edge and a little bit of everything, Smellsburger's the athleticism puts him over the top for me. So I'll go Matt Smellsburger.
Damn, I thought we were going to be different on this one for sure.
I did too, actually, until I dug into it a little bit, and I was like, yeah, that guy.
He's a stud.
He's a stud.
But I think this is going to be I think it's going to be a great fight. I mean, they're both athletic. All right. We got your girl in the strawweight division, Verna Jandiroba against Kanako Murata. Verna 16-2. She is 5'3" with a 64-inch reach. Murata is 12-1, 5'1" with a 62-inch reach. Which one you picking, Zach?
I'm picking all crazy eyes over here.
She's tough, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, but I'm not picking, and this isn't to be, don't take this the wrong way and cancel our podcast, but the you know how the Russians are dominant? The Asians have not been dominant.
Well, yeah.
They've been on a China, especially.
And she's Japanese. And I mean,
I will say the Japanese are hard people.
It's kind of funny. But no.
Are we going to get canceled?
Yeah, probably. Verna, she's got elite grappling. And the only people she's lost to is Carlos Esparza, dominant wrestling, will shut down a lot of that grappling. And probably the one person in the division that has better jiu-jitsu than her is Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah.
It's the only people she's lost to.
Yep.
So I actually take her, and I would love to see a prop bet of her by submission.
I don't know. MMA bets. I'd have to look it up.
I mean, she's got a lot of submission finishes to her herself, but and beating Randa Marcos. No offense, Randa Marcos is great and all, but I believe I picked Randa Marcos in that fight. Randa Marcos doesn't exactly excite me as far as UFC wins.
So here we go. You want the prop?
Yeah.
Jandiroba wins by submission is plus 275.
Yeah, I like that. That's what I like.
I don't hate it. All right, let's move on. We're both in agreement there. We're not disagreeing today.
What the heck, bro?
Dude, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's name. Nick Nugo Moreno against Alexa Kumar. Nick is 9-1, 6 foot tall with a 73.5-inch reach. Alexa Kumar is 6-1 with a 6. He is 6'1". He has 6-1 record. He is 6'1" tall, and he has a 75-inch reach. Sorry about that. It was horrible. Both coming off of losses in their last fight. What do you like in this one?
Well,
Alexa beat her boy.
Yeah, Justin Ledet. Nick, he seems a little okay. how do I say this the right way? He's 0-1 in the UFC. 6 foot with a 73-inch reach at 205.
Not very big.
I don't think that cuts it, bro. But he's 6'1" with a 75-inch reach. You know what? I'm going with the Bosnian American Aleska Kamir. I don't even know what the odds are. Should I look?
Leska's like a 2-1.
Oh,
Leska's a big favorite.
He's a solid favorite. Yeah, I like that a lot. I just think he's a little better, little bigger. I like the size difference. I like that he has a win in the Contender Series and against Justin Ledet. Yeah, he came off a tough unanimous decision loss to William Knight, but it was a good fight if you do remember. And William Knight had a lot of hype going into that. And if I remember right, I think that was a pretty close fight, even though he lost a unanimous decision.
Yeah.
Where Nick Gamero, whatever his name is, he lost his only UFC fight. And so elite competition, I feel good about that. I like Alexa. I remember watching him in this last fight.
Yeah. Whoa. Dogs must be fighting. Did you hear my wife's up there yelling?
I did. Cherie, keep it down.
Keep it down up there, woman.
Jeez. Well, I'm not calling her a woman. That's all.
Yeah, they're up there fighting. The 2 female dogs. We have 2 female Frenchies. For those of you listening, they go at it. Next up in the welterweight division, we got Diego Lima versus Matt the Immortal Brown. Lima is 15-8. He is 6 foot tall with a 77-inch reach. The Immortal, 22-18, 6 foot tall with a 76-inch reach. Pretty similar height and reach. Matt Brown, obviously the older of the two.
Man.
Matt Brown just lost to Miguel Baez. No shame in that. He was actually in that fight. He actually hurt Baez a little bit in that fight before he got caught. Loses to Carlos Condit, and then Diego's coming off the loss against Bilal Muhammad. But he had his moments in there too. A little bit.
Kind of. Leg kicks were adding up.
Leg kicks. I kind of think Matt Brown could win this. He's a dog. I mean,
what Matt Brown shows up? The one that's semi-retired and on his way out, or the one that looks motivated?
I mean, if he comes in there motivated, I could see him controlling the fight.
Here's the thing that I struggle with Matt Brown, picking Matt Brown. Love Matt Brown. Friends with him on Facebook. Hey, Immortal Matt Brown, if you're watching this, come on sometime. You're one of my all-time favorites. Do you want to know the last time he won a fight via decision?
When?
Stephen Thompson in 2012.
Ooh.
You know what's crazy?
Wow.
I didn't even look that up before. I literally, as I was starting that sentence, I went and looked it up. Stephen Thompson, 2012 is the last time. So all of his wins come by finishes. If it goes to decision though, loss. Like Diego Lima, like he has some L's on his record and he's fought some tough guys, but dude, Bilal Muhammad couldn't put him away. He won a split decision versus Luke Jiminu, split decision versus Court McGee, got a finish over Chad Laprezi. I mean, Jesse Taylor, who's a stud, like Diego's hard to finish. I don't know.
He's tough. It's a tough one. It's close. The odds are super close too.
Is it?
Yeah. It's pretty much a coin flip. Diego's a minus 170. The comeback is plus 140 from Matt Brown.
I'm such a huge fan of both of them. But you know what? I think I wouldn't bet it because I don't like the minus 180 for it.
I don't like that either. I'm not betting it.
But I think Diego wins a decision.
I don't hate it. And just for the sake of our podcast and arguing with you, because that's what I like to do, I'm going to pick Matt Brown.
That's fine. I want to pick Matt Brown. I really do. I just don't know if he still has it in him to get a finish over a young Diego's not that young anymore.
No, he's not. He's 31.
I mean,
for those
Matt Brown he didn't look like he had that same killer Matt Brown when he fought Carlos Condit to me.
Yeah. Is just for everybody listening, I put the link for the Steel Fist fight. Is that where you find the pay-per-view on that?
Blitz TV.
Oh, it's blitztv.com?
Mm-hmm.
Blitz TV. All right, I'm going to put that on there. So you guys that are listening and you want to watch this Steel Fist fight card tomorrow night, like I'll be streaming from San Diego, Go to blitztv.com. I'll put the link up right here so you guys can watch it.
Nice.
Click on that link and go watch tomorrow night's fights. Banging cards. They got like 14 fights on that card.
Yep.
14 or 15. All right. We got a few more fights and we'll get out of here because I got to get to the airport soon. Next up, we got Wellington Thurman in the middleweight division. Wellington Thurman's fighting Bruno Silva. Thurman is 16-4 record, 6 foot tall with a 72-inch reach. Silva is 19-6, 6 foot tall. His reach is not listed. Silva's the slight favorite at minus 145. Comeback is plus 120 on Wellington Thurman, the prodigy. You can't take the prodigy, dude. That's BJ Penn.
Yeah, that's messed up.
You can't. He's losing.
Like,
he just lost me. He lost me.
You're out.
He lost me.
What if I want to pick the guy that has UFC experience versus the guy making his UFC debut?
Well, I don't like the 2-year layoff for Bruno Silva, but I want to say there was some extra stuff he was putting in his body. He was actually on the Ultimate Fighter back in 2014.
Was he? What's
Brazil season 3? Lost to Vitor Miranda.
I've never watched any of the Brazil.
I've never watched any. Yeah, he lost that, and then he's just kind of been around M1 Challenge, but he's been on a 2-year layoff. I mean, this is one of those. What's he going to bring? What do we know?
How do you make a pick?
Well, Vegas thinks he's the favorite, and this Wellington guy just fought Andrew Sanchez, lost by KO. He beat Marcus Perez a year and a half ago. Loses to Carl Roberson, split decision. God, I love the experience, but
that's where I'm at. But my gut's telling me Silva. I'm listening to my gut. I'm going Silva. I'm listening to my gut on this because everything in my head says Wellington should win this fight.
You want to know when I should have listened to my gut? Last night when we parlayed the Jazz and the Philadelphia 76ers. Can you imagine if we would have flipped that parlay and did the Hawks?
Yeah, actually, somebody said the odds on that. If you picked the Hawks and the 76ers last night, $10,000 won $125,000.
Hawks
not,
and Clippers.
Not that we're
Hawks
betting $10,000 on anything.
No.
5.
Next up, we got our boy Juicy J. We're picking Juicy J. He's Woo Choi. He's fighting Woo Choi, who is 9-3 record. He is 6 foot tall with a 74.5-inch reach. Our boy Juicy J, 25-8, 6'1" with a 74.5-inch reach. I'm not betting against my boy, and he's a slight underdog.
Juicy J.
I'm putting it in right now.
We're
all on Juicy J.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, we got. This is going to be a great fight. Marlon Chito Vera against Davey Dangerous Grant. Vera's 18-7-1. He stands 5'8" with a 70.5-inch reach. Davey Grant 11-4. He is 5'8" with a 69-inch reach. I'm surprised Vera is a minus 250 favorite.
You know what that is?
What? The name?
Minus 210. It's because he beat Sean O'Malley. That's why he's getting all that love.
I mean, he just lost to Aldo. Lost to Song Yadong. Dude, Davey Grant, he KOs Jonathan Martinez. I just watched these. I watched that fight. I watched the Martin Day fight. And I watched the Popov fight where he won the split decision.
Bro, Chico's fighting a whole different level of fighters than Davey is, though.
God, I kind of like the underdog, man. But once again, my gut is telling me Vera and don't take the underdog.
I've been on Chico the whole time. I told you, I
Davey can crack. You don't think Davey could catch him?
Oh, I know he can catch. Dude, Chico's a gangster too, though.
Yeah, he is too.
He's.
I'm on Vera. I'm not betting it though. Minus 250 is too much.
Davey can crack. That's great because nobody's ever knocked out Chico.
All right.
He's never been finished. And guess what? This is a rematch. They fought in 2016, and Davey Grant beat him in a unanimous decision.
Yeah.
I think Chico's a better fighter now, though.
What is the odds are going down a little bit. Fight goes to a decision, plus 100. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all.
No. Well, I'm glad you don't hate it.
Juicy J's, he is a freaking plus 130. If you're listening, Juicy J, I am now entered in my slip. It's in. All right, co-main event. Alexei Olenek against Sergey Spivak. Olenek, the boa constrictor. This guy's got some experience, dude. He's getting into freaking Jeremy Orrin experience. 59, 15, and 1. He is 6 foot tall with an 80-inch reach, and he is fighting the polar bear, 12 and 2, 6'3" with a 78-inch reach. These are some big boys. What do you like on this one?
Love Sergey Spivak. Lock it up. Lock of the night.
Yeah. Dude, you know what?
Lock it up.
I'm in. I like it. I'm in.
Okay. Alexei. I like Alexei. I respect him. But look.
Is he like 43? Yeah, he's 40.
Look.
He's 43 years old. Almost 44.
I mean, he's a gangster, right?
Yeah.
Loss. Got a split decision win over Verdum, who looked terrible.
Yeah.
Like horrendously bad. That was his first fight back from the suspension. He looked horrendously bad, right?
Yeah.
Beat Mo Green, no longer in the UFC. Lost a grappling match to Gordon Ryan. Whatever. Who cares? Lost to Walt Harris. Got knocked out in 12 seconds. Lost to Alistair Overeem. His last notable win was against Mark Hunt in 2018. I don't think he's on that level anymore. I think the end is coming. And Spivak is, I mean,
he's on a roll.
You're talking about, I mean, he's 6'3", he's 26 years old from the Ukraine. He's a good grappler in his own right. He's lost a couple fights to Tabura and Walt Harris, who just had a lot more experience than him.
Yeah.
Really. You know, Walt Harris had double the fights that he did. So did Tabura. Tabura had more than double the fights. And I know that can be like a hole, but I mean, those were guys too. Walt Harris and Tabora, their trajectory is also going up. When they beat him, Alexis is going down. I actually, this is my lock of the night. Like,
boom, book it.
Like,
book it.
No question about it.
And then next up, man, this is about as close as a main event as you can freaking get as far as odds and fight styles. Featherweight division, you got the Korean Zombie, 16 and 6. He is 5'7" with a 72-inch reach. Dan 50K Ige, 15 and 3, 5'7" with a 71-inch reach. So I mean, these guys are right on. Flip a coin. Dead even. Not dead even, but Korean Zombie's a minus 120. The comeback is minus 110 on Ige. Flip a coin. I'm not flipping a coin, but I know who I'm picking.
I hate this fight so much. I hate picking this fight so much. So will you pick for me?
I like what Ige's been doing lately. I'm on Ige.
So,
but
okay. So here's my only issue with Ige, and I love him too because I want to pick him. Got completely outclassed against Calvin Kattar, especially in the later rounds.
I don't hate that though.
No, neither do I.
Because he looked good against Gavin Tucker.
He won a split decision against Edson Barbosa that nobody on the planet.
That was was bullshit. Yeah.
Those are two elite level strikers. Gavin Tucker, not elite level. Korean Zombie, he only loses to elite level guys. We're on this. Is Dan Ige elite? I think he's super entertaining. I think he's a great fighter. I don't think he's elite.
I'm going to change your mind. You want to know where he trains? Extreme Couture with our boy Lecco. Going with 50K, man.
Okay. Well,
represent.
That's great. And I'm cheering for Dan Ige. But as far as my picks on this podcast, I'm rolling.
See Ige all day. See, Roman, I'm trying, man. Oh, it's 75K now. We got to change the name because it's 75K instead of 50 for the bonus. Oh, too bad Roman's not going to be up here tomorrow. I think he's at another fight.
He's cornering UFC fighters.
Yeah.
I said that's a pretty good reason not to be there.
Yeah, that's all right, Roman. You don't have to be up here.
Dude, no, I want to pick him and I'm cheering for him, but I mean, you're splitting hairs against some of the best fighters in the world. Like, I'm not. It's not that I'm cheering for Dan Ige, but like when I look at Korean Zombie, it's like lost to Brian Ortega, had this insane knockout to Yair Rodriguez, Jose Aldo. Like that's it in the UFC. That's the list of people that have beaten him in the UFC.
Yeah.
Is Dan Ige join that list of Ortega, Yair? I mean, you're basically. I'm saying. So I'm asking you.
Yeah.
From what you saw from Dan Ige in the Calvin Kattar fight, and then what you saw Calvin Kattar in the Max Holloway fight with the levels and stuff of those elite guys at that featherweight division, do you believe Dan Ige is an elite guy? Because Korean Zombie has shown that he's hung with some of those elite guys.
I think he's there. I like what he did in that Gavin Tucker fight, man. He came back from possibly losing to Edson Barbosa, which we all agree that he probably should have lost that fight, and the Mirsad Beckett fight too. So he technically could have been on a 3-fight losing streak, and he comes in and turned Gavin Tucker's lights out, who was 13-0 at the time. I think that gave him a little bit of motivation. Oh, Roman is in Salt Lake. I leave early Saturday to corner him. So he's going to be there. You'll get to see.
Oh, Roman, I'll see you tomorrow.
Suns in 4, baby. Suns in 4. Did you see Max Holloway took a picture with that guy like 2 years ago?
Yes.
He's like, I know who you are. That's awesome, dude. How stupid. How embarrassed would you be if you sneak punch a guy and then the guy literally pulls a shirt over your head and beats the shit out of you?
Well, 1, that's why I don't wear necklaces and chains so somebody can't grab me by it so I can't get away. 2, that would never happen to me.
You could tell that guy had us a little bit of you could tell that guy's been in a few fights because the way he was throwing those shots,
the way he grabbed him and held him, and he's like, "I'm gonna f your boy up too." Wham!
I'm sorry, but if you're getting your ass kicked, I'm jumping in. Either I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked too, but I'm not just gonna sit there and let you get punched in the face. Sorry, I'm just not. While you're in the cage, I'll do it. But
guess what?
If it's a bar fight, if it's a fight at the Jazz game, and some guy's holding your collar and punching you in the face, I'm jumping on the guy.
There's a 0% chance anybody ever gets close enough to hold my collar to punch me like that. What a chump.
Yeah. There's no chance.
I'm happy to. That's what happens when you try and sucker punch people.
And he has the high ground too. He has the high ground, and he's punching down like a freaking, I don't know what he was punching at.
Puss. He's a puss.
And then he got jacked up, and his buddy's soft.
Suns in 4.
Oh, I'd be canceling that guy. I'd be like, dude, you are not my friend. You are not my friend.
That's what the Suns and 4 guy. I want to know about the guy that got popped. Like, did he just delete all of his social media at that point?
Must have.
Sure. I would have. Anyways, if the Jazz make
it. Don't get rolled up and it ain't where you're from, Roman. It's where you're at. Watch it.
Roman. Don't, dude.
Oh man, I love it.
Roman, come up to Salt Lake. We'll watch a game together.
He can wear a Suns jersey. We can wear Jazz jerseys.
Here's the thing. I hate Chris Paul, but I like the rest of the Suns. I've always liked the Suns. Like hey, and if the Jazz don't get past the Clips, then I am all in on the Suns to win the championship. That's who I'm pulling for. Do I really want to see Chris Paul win a ring?
Either him or I love Durant, dude. I love freaking Durant. That guy is.
The Nets don't deserve a chip.
No, the dude that got punched posted a video with his homie and said that they just beat someone up. I think. Oh wow. I did see that, Jeff.
No.
Yeah, he did post a video saying, yeah. It's like, dude, you got freaking rolled up. That dude
got lit up like a Christmas tree, dog.
You got punked, and your boy.
You took more unanswered shots than freaking Jose Aldo in that Peter Yan fight, dog.
How embarrassing would that be for you, the friend, and you're just sitting there watching me get my ass whooped? Like
it would never happen.
It just doesn't. It just doesn't go down like that. I'm just like,
it would never happen.
I'm sorry, but if my boy's
getting his face smashed, like I'm either getting my face smashed with him or we're breaking it.
Those are the rules. That is just the rules. If you got to go down with your boy, and if you don't, that ain't my boy.
Okay.
All right, DraftKings.
You ready?
Did you pick Korean Zombie?
Yeah, officially.
All right, we're going opposite on this one too.
That's okay, dude. I'm pulling for Dan Ige for the record. I hope I'm wrong on this. I'm just going off of
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
We're gonna start it with Kamir.
Kamir. Okay, I like it. I like that. That's your first one.
Mm-hmm.
I need to write these down.
$9,300. Fits right nicely in the budget. I'm a little under budget today too. I'm a little under budget, so I'm really happy about that.
Okay. So Kamir, DraftKings.
The next we're going Juicy J is an underdog.
Juicy J.
Julian Arosa.
Juicy J.
Then we're going for Crazy Eyes herself, Jandarobi.
You're gonna get canceled. You're gonna trigger somebody.
Come on, she is Crazy Eyes. She looks just like the guy from Mr. Deeds.
Yes.
You know, what are you looking at? I'm looking at that squirrel over there. You know. Then we're gonna take a long shot in O'Neal, Casey O'Neal.
Okay, I like that.
I like it because she scored 139 points in her UFC debut.
Yeah, she looked good.
She crushed it on DraftKings.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Then we need one more underdog. We're going Smellsburger. We both like him.
Yeah.
He put somebody's lights out. I think him and Chaos have a really good fight, and I think he knocks out Chaos Williams.
That literally is probably my fight of the night. Those two, I love that matchup.
Fireworks, dude.
Like
fireworks.
It's not very often you get two high level athletes, not just fighters, athletes.
Yeah,
and they're banging. That
Chaos is a good athlete too.
And I know that's what I'm saying.
Smellsburger's an elite athlete.
They both can turn people's lights out. Yeah. Okay, who else got?
And then last but not least, Spivak.
Spivak, the polar bear. Okay, I got that down.
Little polar bears. If anybody watches Big Bang Theory.
5. Okay, I like it. Hey, blitztv.com. Tune in tomorrow. Steel Fist Fight Night. It's a banging freaking card, man. I'm going to be in the hotel room watching fights, kicked up. I might have to watch it on my phone, actually, because I think we're going out tomorrow night. But it's all right. I ain't missing it. I'm not missing it.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time, dog.
Just got a message with. I know we'll get Mitch on. I know Mitch will come on before his fight down there in Price, but his opponent just messaged he's down to come on the podcast too. So we'll have the main event for that Fierce card coming on probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Hey, are we doing shirts for you?
Yes.
That's another thing. Hey,
I am finalizing my sponsorships for this camp. And once I do, we'll get all the logos. We'll get that out there. We'll get it on the website, shirts on the website. We're going to do shirts with hoods. I want the hoods.
Oh, the shirts with the hoods. We'll research that as Karsak. No, I don't think he's commentating. The Price one. I think maybe.
Yeah,
possibly. Still working on details on that. Phillips Martial Arts. We need to get Phil on, man. That he'd be a good one too. We need to get Roman on too. I want to get Roman on, especially if it's Sons and Jazz. We got to get him on.
We'll hate each other.
Talk a little trash.
It's just like a fight, you know. Like during it, like we're not friends, but then after and before, we can be.
Yeah.
Chris Paul sucks. I'm glad he got COVID.
How stupid is that? Oh my gosh.
Dude,
Anyways,
I listened to somebody talk about like it's a conspiracy theory. You ready for this? This is so funny. The Suns and Chris Paul are 0-12 this year in games that Scott Foster has officiated.
Really?
Okay. Scott Foster sticks it to the Jazz like Dick Bavetta used to in the past. Like,
yeah,
he always does. Scott Foster is horrible to the Jazz. So they're like, you watch. Scott Foster can't officiate a Jazz versus Suns game because he screws over both of them constantly. He loves the LA teams.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
2, how does he get COVID? He's vaccinated.
They said because he went in the stands and he hugged his family.
He's hanging out with at home anyways.
It's just as
I don't even like Chris Paul, but this is crazy.
It's just as stupid as the dividers on the commentary thing where they have the little dividers, the plastic things. It's like, come on, you can't tell me these guys aren't freaking talking.
And then they're walking out to their car together, shoulder to shoulder.
Get out of here. Whatever. All right. I'm not going to rant on that anymore. All right. I better get out of here. I got to go. I haven't even packed yet. And we're supposed to leave the airport in like 20 minutes.
What is wrong with you?
Living life on the edge, brother.
Okay.
See you guys later. Enjoy your weekends. Tune in tomorrow night. Blitztv.com. Check it out. Let's go. See you guys.
We will see you all Monday.
Appreciate the support, guys.
Wow.
My wife's like, we're waiting on you. We don't have to leave for another 20 minutes. Our flight doesn't leave till 3:00. We're fine. We're good.
Are we still live?
Yeah. I just wanted to tell her that. Waiting on you. We're fine.
Shri, unfortunately, you and my wife are married to children still. So
yeah.
Sorry.
Kids. We're fine. Flight leaves at 3:05. You can't tell me. We leave at 1:00. We get there at 1:30. Sit around and wait for an hour.
Get through security. Wait.
Yeah, we're fine. We're not checking any bags. We're fine.
Oh, you're not checking a bag? You're
no. Let's be there for 3 nights.
Let's talk. No, I'm just kidding.
See you guys on Monday for the breakdown. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Later.